we should have confidence in our head coach because he has not given us any reason not to. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, jointly here on the Eagles Pinpull Podcast Network and, of course, the STT Sports Network on YouTube. Guys, wherever you're watching, like, share, subscribe, follow, click all the buttons on your screen or on your phone or on your tablet, guys. Wherever you're listening, audio or video, do that. Two great channels, and we are primed for a great playoff run. I'm Phil Stiefel, back from a week off to celebrate ringing in the new year with family in Orlando. I apologize for not getting any content out on the Eagles Checkdown. Just wasn't easy to do content on vacation. The internet wasn't the greatest, and, family all running over a house. It just didn't work. So I got lots to cover this week as we get set for the NFL playoffs, as we get set for our Sunday afternoon matchup with the San Francisco 49ers. We got to go back real quick because, again, not much content came out last week, and I was with Nick Sirianni in not playing the starters. I firmly believe rest is more important for a team like the Eagles than maybe getting the 2 seed. And we could have gotten the 2 seed. Obviously, we know the Bears lost to the Lions. But my big thing is, why do we question Nick Sirianni? Why don't we have more confidence? I do have the confidence in him. His track record proves that we should believe that he is making the right decisions more often than not. He's been here now 5 years. We've been to the playoffs 5 years. We've won the division multiple times. We've been to 2 Super Bowls. We've won a Super Bowl. Doesn't that give him a little breathing room to make these kind of decisions and not be criticized? After the game, this was a quote. I'm reading this off Dave Zangaro's Twitter page. His quote exactly after the game about the way the outcome played out. Quote, "No, again, you go through your process. You make what you think is the best decision for the football team, and that's what we did. I knew this was an outcome, that these things could happen. Like I said to you guys, one thing I could guarantee was giving them rest. Couldn't guarantee anything else. And us being healthy and going to the playoffs healthy is a big deal for us. That served us well in the past. So, again, I know there will be a debate on it. I know that what's best for this football team moving forward, and that's what I did," end quote. And I think that sums it up really, really, really well right there. He did what's right. Look, Grant Calcaterra got hurt. Now, I don't know the severity of it yet. It was like a hip drop tackle, hurt his ankle or knee. Could you imagine the outcry if they played Dallas Goedert and that happened to him and we were without our great tight end in the playoffs? Have confidence in the process and the decision-making of our elite head coach, because he hasn't let us down yet. Not yet. And anyway, whatever. It is what it is. But now we get the 49ers. The rest of the playoff matchups are the Rams are going to take on the Carolina Panthers, and the Green Bay Packers will be heading out to Chicago. In the AFC, the Steelers are taking on the Texans. The Bills versus Jacksonville, and Jacksonville, that'll be a good game right there. And the Chargers at New England, Denver, and Seattle ended up getting the bye for the first round of the playoffs. And this Eagles run, obviously, there's questions with the offense. But I want to give out 2 sets of stats, 2 awards on the defense, because, let's be honest, the defense has carried us, and they're going to continue to carry us. And obviously, we love talking about Quinion Mitchell. I mean, the stats are there. Cornerbacks with 500-plus snaps in coverage this year. Number 2 in passer rating allowed for Quinion Mitchell, 47.6. Completion percentage allowed, number 1 in the NFL, 39%. And passing touchdowns allowed, 0. Tied for first with Joey Porter Jr. I mean, we know how great Quinion Mitchell is, but are we giving enough love towards Jalix Hunt and his 2025 season? Mind you, he is still only 24 years old. He was the team leader in quarterback pressures, 55 of them. He had 24 quarterback hits. That ranked 13th in the NFL and was our team lead. He was our team leader in sacks, only 6.5. We didn't get a lot of sacks this year. And his 3 interceptions, first among edge rushers and the team leader, which is crazy to say. His 21.2% pressure rate on third down, 8th. Not on the Eagles, in the NFL. Jalix Hunt, man, the future's bright. This is a hot take for the offseason to discuss. Jalix Hunt might be developing into a better version or better player than Nolan Smith, who was the much higher drafted player and much more higher touted player coming out of college. Little Eagles side note, it was now with the draft order setting off. I totally forgot about this. I saw this on Anthony DeBona's page on Tuesday The Eagles will be getting the Jets' 68th pick in the draft. That was from the Hassan Reddick trade. I totally forgot we were getting the Jets pick. When I saw this, I just kind of chuckled a little bit. Since leaving the Eagles, Hassan Reddick's had a grand total of 3.5 sacks in 2 years, only one this year. He only played 10 games, so there's that. And obviously, Monday is Black Friday in the NFL, and 4 more coaches were added to the 2 in-season firings of Brian Dable from the Giants and Brian Callahan of Callahan Auto Parts and the Titans. They were fired earlier in the year, but now we do know on Monday, Jonathan Gannon was fired by the Arizona Cardinals. Pete Carroll was fired by the Las Vegas Raiders. Kevin Stefanski was fired by the Cleveland Browns, and Raheem Morris fired by the Falcons. The Bengals did announce they will be retaining Zach Taylor, their head coach. There's obviously 2 GM openings, Miami and Atlanta. The New York Giants announced that they will be keeping Joe Schoen. So my question is, it's always sad to see all these coaches get fired. It is Black Friday. This happens regularly, right? Every year this happens. But there's no attractive job openings. I was kind of thinking that maybe the Giants opening with Malik Neighbors coming back and Cam Scadaboo coming back, and you got Jackson Dart. But with that GM, how can you have confidence in that team? None of these job openings are job openings that I'd be like, damn, I want that to be my first head coaching gig in the NFL. Now, I will say this. 2 of the coaches fired, maybe even 3 with Brian Dable. 2 of those coaches fired could find their way back to Philadelphia at some point. There's going to be a lot of talk of Kevin Stefanski coming to take over as the OC. Maybe Brian Dable gets in that conversation as well if they move on from Kevin Patullo in the offseason. But I wouldn't mind Stefanski coming on even in the playoffs as a consultant to kind of help along the process of what Kevin Patullo has been doing. You're going to hear that name a lot this offseason. Brian Dable obviously has a connection with Jalen Hurts, so maybe that comes into play. But I wouldn't be shocked if our bitter enemy, Jonathan Gannon, comes back to Philly as well. I have a strong feeling that Vic Fangio will lose multiple assistant coaches on the defense, whether it's Christian Parker getting his DC opportunity somewhere, or Hunt, the defensive line coach. Jonathan Gannon has experience coaching defensive backs. He's a Vic Fangio disciple who runs the same scheme. So you might see him come in as an assistant cornerbacks coach or something along those lines. I know it won't be a popular move. He's not a popular name in Philadelphia, but maybe it's something that happens. We'll see. But that's for the offseason. We're focused now on the 49ers all week long. We're going to be talking Eagles, 49ers, the keys to the game, how we get to that next round, how the scenarios can play out, that we can get at more home games throughout the playoffs. It's all going to come together. We're back. Playoff football's back. Checkdown is back. The STT Sports Network is back in full effect. Guys, it's going to be a great week of football content, guys. So everybody have a great day. Go Birds, and bubbles up.